You could argue that the two worst teams in pro basketball have been Golden State and the Lakers. And they managed to play on national TV on Saturday night, and you're going virtuoso?
Hold on.
How can you go virtuoso? You're going Jesus on the cross.
But here's the thing. But let me tell you why I did that. Because had they lost, you'd have gave me those same stats. Well, if LeBron James can't do it against a bad basketball team, a small basketball team, a team that's lost 7 or 8, a team that's lost this many of 10, you'd have said, well, LeBron James is not the guy anymore. He's aging right before our eyes.
Well, he is.
Now he give you that virtuoso. Now you find a reason why not to give him credit for it.
All right, so I'm going to give him credit for this. I've told you repeatedly on this show, sitting in this seat this year, LeBron James is still the best attacker of the basket in pro basketball because he's 6 feet 9 inches and 200 and what are we going to give him? 260, 270, somewhere up in there. And he is grown man strong. And he can play bully ball with the best or worst of them. And finally, against Golden State, he said, just give me the damn basketball and let me play bully ball down low. And he started to destroy them down low. Anybody, Kuminga or Kevon Looney, you name them.
They're too light in the britches.
They're too light in the britches. And this is what I've been begging him to do. And I said, Eureka! He finally came out of his shell, out of the three-point shooting shell that he just lapses into and says, I can do this. And to your point, he finally got hot-handed from three. He's been pathetic from three all year. He came into this game shooting 34.8% from three.
Which is an average.
Do you realize that was barely in the top 100 three-point shooters in this league going into this game? And he got a rare hot-handed. To your point, if he's playing bully ball the way he should every game, if he sets the tone down low in the paint, and then he complements it with finally actually making a few threes, he made 6 of 11. Well, all of a sudden you're saying, that's unstoppable. Okay. Well, we should have seen that all year because they had just lost 4 straight games. And in 2 of those games, he should have closed. And he closed this game because Melo's still at the biggest shot of the game.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. You and I both know as a guy starts to age, Michael Jordan turned into a purely jump shooter. Kobe Bryant turned into a purely jump shooter.
Michael could still play bully ball when he was 35.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. LeBron is 2 years older than that, but it takes so much out of you to do that every single possession down the court. And you're still asking him to get you. He got you 10 rebounds. And you say, well, what about his assist total? How is he going to get assists? Austin Reeves was 3 of 7. Stanley Johnson, 2 of 7. Malik Monk was 4 of 10. Taylor Horton-Tucker was 0 of 3. Avery Bradley was 0 of 2. Augustine was 2 of... So where the assists going to come from? When you're shooting with those totals, where are the assists going to come from?
Okay, I'm going to say this again. We're talking about a bad basketball team that very well might miss the play-in. I'm talking about missing the play-in, not missing the whole playoff tournament, okay?
But let me ask you.
Okay, and just remember, just 2 years ago, LeBron James led this league in assists at 10.2. He's now at what? He's plummeted down to 6.2. So he is 4 assists a game shy of what he was just 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago, LeBron James was ranked top 10 in defensive win shares, and you were crowing about it all year. And this team led the league in defensive efficiency.
It's a totally different team.
Both 2 years ago and last year, led the whole league.
Different teams, Skip.
LeBron James is now ranked 169th in defensive individual win shares. 169th, he just doesn't even try on defense. But there are times I just say, well, at least try.
But let me ask you a question. Will you give me this? This is a different ball club. 2 years ago, Anthony Davis was playing at his apex. You keep saying he's a volume shooter. If LeBron James doesn't give you 30 a night, where the hell are the points coming from?
Okay, and remember, there was no AD, so I'll give you that. But on the other side, on Saturday night, there's no Draymond. And he is the guts and the glue of that team, right?
Yes.
And they don't have Wiseman, so they don't have a rim protector. Looney does his best, but he's not.
But he's playing limited minutes, Skips. He played 13 minutes. He played 12 minutes and 31 seconds. So he basically played 13 minutes.
I got it. My point is, I miss the LeBron who led the league in assists because your team was so much better when he did what he does best. He orchestrates, he destroys. What do I always call him? He is still the best passer in basketball. And it is shocking to me that it took his 56 points to hold off a bad Golden State team at this point in the
number
season.
2 team in the West, but they're bad.
Okay, well, I just said they've lost 8 of 10 games.
And they're still the number 2 seed in the West.
Okay,
or
but
3 at worst now.
Because they were running away with the West. Do you like them? Do you like them? I don't like them. I don't like what I'm seeing.
But Skip,
they play no defense.
Skip, you keep saying he was averaging 10 assists a game.
10.2. Led the league.
Okay, where is Anthony Davis in this? So who is the other? So Anthony Davis was giving you 26 and 9. So who's giving him 26 and 9? Outside of LeBron giving you 29 and 8? So where are the other points coming from? You don't got 2 guys in the starting lineup. You barely got 2 guys in the starting lineup giving you the production that Anthony Davis gave you when LeBron James. A lot of those assists came from what, Skip? Lob to JaVale McGee, lob to Dwight Howard. Did you see Dwight Howard against the Clippers? Zubas and Hartenstein ran him off the court. They ran him off the court.
You know who ran you and LeBron off the court? Reggie Bleepin Jackson.
Yes. Yeah.
He shot you right out of the gym. He made LeBron look foolish.
How do you make LeBron leave? LeBron didn't guard him.
He took the game over in ways LeBron could not.
LeBron,
they lost by 21.
Think about this. The Lakers are a bad basketball team, so it doesn't count. See what you did?
They lost to the Pelicans by 28.
Hold on.
And
The
you're over there
Pelicans beat the
crowing
Suns.
about 56 points.
The Pelicans beat the Suns.
Yeah, the Pelicans almost beat the Nuggets last night. They took them all the way to the overtime.
Thank you.
And they're the team that is breathing down your neck
But
from
Skip,
the 10 seed.
All that being said, so there was nothing special about a 30. So when was the last?
Okay, I'm going to give you this. What if I beat the table over here for? You got to get to the free throw line. You cannot be afraid to shoot the free throws. And what did he finally do? He got to the line a season high. We're pretty deep in the season,
Yes.
13 times.
Yes.
But more important, he made 12. He hasn't made 12 free throws in 2 years.
Yes.
We've had to go 2 full years since he made 12 free throws. What do I keep telling you? The best thing about LeBron this year is that he's tried 82 different free throw routines.
He's kept this routine. He's kept this routine pretty much the whole year.
I don't know. Somebody should ask him.
One
I wish
dribble,
I could
deep
ask
breath.
him. How did you arrive at this? Did somebody suggest it? Did a coach? Did a player? Did somebody say, hey, think about this, simplify it, just boil it down to its essence. Take one huge deep breath and exhale. Then one big hard dribble, and then just let it go. Don't even think about it. Don't do this. Don't do this. I don't know. Just let it fly. And if we could just quickly see, this was beautiful. This was the joy of the night to me, was to watch him make 12 free throws if we have them, please. This is LeBron at his best right now at age 37. They're called free throws. I don't love him at the late game free throw line because he runs from that. But if he just can stand there and stroke those look good. That's the best free throw shooting I've seen him in 19 years do consistently.
But Skip, would you concede this?
Yeah.
He's gotten to the rim 70 more times than Joel Embiid. But Joel Embiid has gotten 300 more calls.
Okay.
So,
I can't explain that except that
the Shaq syndrome.
But the refs get tired of LeBron turning every time to them and saying,
well, that's what Skip.
And they're like, just stop it. Just go down. And how many times do we see LeBron do this and not go down and play defense? He just stands and he won't go back.
Skip, all the greats have done that. Nikola Jokic does it every time. Joel Embiid, Jordan, Kobe, everybody. The only guy that really didn't complain about fouls is Shaq. Shaq said, y'all not gonna call foul? Okay, I'm gonna make you call offensive foul because I'm finna wipe everybody out on the opposing team. But Skip, the guy's 37 years of age. He's in year 19. He has the second most minutes on that body in NBA history, and he just gave you that.
Okay. Did they not need that?
Yes.
He said desperately. Were they not owed that game from him because he's been pathetic by your standards? He has been pathetic.
Skip, he's giving you 30 a night, but you know what it comes down to? It comes down to guys making shots because we've seen LeBron have mid-30s, high 30 ball games, and that same shot that Melo made, he missed. That same shot that Austin Reeves banked in at 105, he missed. So now, at some point in time, even at a critical juncture, when a guy goes off for numbers like that, you're going to need somebody to make shots or a couple of shots down the stretch.
Okay. This is why he owed you 56 on Saturday night against a bad basketball team.
Not a bad basketball team. They're just struggling right now. They're going through
10?
Skip,
you're not saying it's a bad basketball team?
they're still the number 3 team in the West.
Okay, they have plummeted. They were running away with the West.
When Draymond went down, obviously Draymond is a big deal to them.
Just because we were on quote unquote vacation, I hate the word. I got to hark back to the first Clippers game, which was a week ago Friday night.
Right.
Down the stretch, they're down 1 point with just a few seconds left, with 4 seconds left. And LeBron gets the ball on the wing. We won't watch this.